We should be good now. Wait, let me pass back over. Okay.
So the first radio bulletins would have gotten to our area about 11:30 in the morning. I think the first one we would have gotten would have been from CBS. And it's like in my generation, I remember exactly where I was when John F. Kennedy was assassinated. My father was living in Taft then, and he was picking up the Sunday funny papers when he heard it at the store over the radio. So the Telegram Tribune came out with an extra that day. They didn't publish on Sunday. They did this Sunday, of course. And one of the people I talked to who would serve in the Navy during the war said it was just, they were stunned. It was absolute disbelief. This was totally unexpected and totally shocking. The next day at Arroyo Grande Union High School, the entire student body gathered in the gym, and that gym is still there. It's the Paulding Gym. The principal, Mr. Burrell, set a big radio up on the stage, and they listened to FDR call for a declaration of war. By and large, the Japanese Americans I know didn't feel threatened at first, but there were rumors that some of the farmers had ham radios and were conversing with the submarines off the coast. All of this has since been proven wrong by the FBI, no less. But of course, the tension was exacerbated by the appearance of I-21, the Japanese submarine off our coast, which pursued and failed to sink a ship off Point Arguello. But she was on her way north when a young woman who worked at Camp San Luis Obispo, lived in Shell Beach, probably had a big picture window with a gorgeous view. She looks out the window hoping to see, I'm sure, a gray whale migrating or something like that. She sees a periscope, and it was I-21 headed north. There is a story, and I've not been able to prove it definitively, but there is an account of another sighting off of Montana de Oro. And before the Coast Guard was patrolling that part of our coast, there was a ranch woman with a .30-30 Winchester. And she saw the periscope and the conning tower, and according to the story, she let fly with her .30-30, which could have done absolutely no damage whatsoever, but had the great satisfaction of seeing the sub dive again. So Montebello was sunk by I-21 on December 23rd. And what struck me is that people could hear the explosions in Atascadero, which is over 20 miles away. So that was an impressive event. And that, of course, really brought the war home. Also, I constantly remind the students when I taught, they call this a world war for a reason, because 6 months later, that same submarine was sinking shipping off the north coast of Australia. She shelled Sydney Harbor, and in November of 1943, was presumably sunk with all hands on board by Navy planes off Tarawa. And at the same time, the Battle of Tarawa, a horrific battle, was going on, and one of our young men was killed. George Murray was killed almost the instant he stepped off his landing craft, and that's another tie San Luis Obispo County has to of all places, Tarawa. Murray, by the way, is the Marine many people will remember. He was lost. The graveyard on Tarawa was somehow misplaced. It was found again. His remains were returned to forensic laboratory in Hawaii, were identified, and he finally came home to rest with his mom in 2017. His sister would go on to be a Marine too, by the way, and a good one. She was a sergeant. She was in the motor pool at Camp Lejeune, and she was a terrific driver. They asked her in December of 1944 to drive a VIP around the base. And they told her, now look, he loves dogs. So he wants to see the Marine dogs, and he wants to talk to the young Marine officer candidates. Okay. But you have to drive right up to them. I mean, virtually to their shoe tips. Because you can't get out of the car. So her passenger couldn't get out of the car because he was Franklin Roosevelt. So a young woman from Oceano, whose brother had died on Tarawa, had the distinction of driving FDR around Camp Lejeune that day.
Amazing.
So good. Do you have any other questions? I have a question for you. Maybe could you just say, Pearl Harbor, what does it mean to you as a historian?
Okay.
What does it stand for? Just, when you think about Pearl Harbor, what does that mean to you?
When I think about Pearl Harbor, I think one is such a distinctive and clear turning point in American history. It dragged us into becoming a world power, whether we really wanted to or not. The other thing is that it's very difficult for me to be objective about what happened to Arizona because it was so catastrophic. And as a father of two sons, all those young men that were lost virtually in an instant, it's incomprehensible to me. So it remains a central turning point in American history, but it is also a central tragedy.